look it up. Yay. So now go live.
I have a friend who had breast cancer and she had no nipple. I showed her bosom buddy and she was like, oh, I don't need that. And I was like, why? She goes,
Encoder setup.
I was like,
Reveal.
15 years I've known you and I didn't know that.
Listen,
Yeah.
there were some things that I absolutely used.
She was my biggest party.
No.
So that was short too.
Okay.
I got my nipple pierced and they had that affected.
And they're like, wait,
Live now.
and they wouldn't get off of it. Like, normally you just like,
And they're like extreme. Yeah, that's
Can you see anything?
Maybe it's on the other screen.
Or is this supposed to be on this screen? Can anybody see if we're live? Let me find a link. Can you find me where I can, because I always miss it. Can you find me where on this, where to info and settings, where to share it? Oh, so to now, save changing.
Anybody have problems with the O? Like, people talk about O not working.
I should be able to share it
I
somehow.
tried it when I was pregnant and burned my clitoris off. No, seriously,
Well,
like,
that's why you're not supposed to use it when you're pregnant.
Off? Like, yeah, it was horrible. So like, I got out of my bed.
It should be a little like.
Yeah, it's gone. She doesn't have it anymore.
Oh no, it's because yeah, it's unlisted. Perfect. Save changes. You on watch page. Thank you.
Well, what I told her was.
Yay. Okay, now we're good. Share.
I had someone tell me the same thing this week.
It's unlisted. Perfect. Okay. Save changes. Can you find the Steele Rockettes page? Thank you.
Well, what I told her was.
Yay. Okay, now we're good. We're good. Share.
what about food?
It's unlisted. Perfect.
I
Okay. Save changes. Can you find the Steele Rockettes page? Thank you.
It gets really hot.
Boost?
Yeah.
It's
Boost gets really
probably sensitive to the flavor.
Is that what it is?
Okay.
So I'm like,
I've
it
heard.
doesn't do anything,
That's
but it
what
gets
you would probably want to get your.
okay.
Or the amp.
I'm not
But it was
usually
like-
sensitive. Oh, sensitive to anything, but
Not my
that it like tingles and burns. So
Here. Mhm.
yeah.
I would recommend that because there's no sense, no dye.
Probably nobody would bring out.
Hey Jen,
Mhm.
do you have to pay for the stream? Or do you have an account that's free?
It's free. Mhm.
Periscope?
And no, YouTube. YouTube streams through Google Hangouts. So you have to have a Google Hangouts account. And then it automatically also saves your meeting.
Wow.
That's how I was able to stream the
ELL.
ELL.
Well, you were getting phone passing
Yeah.
out all of them.
Signal loss.
Okay, can someone get into it and make sure that you can see me? Yay. Okay. It looks like
It's a little slow.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so right before I talk about toys, I do the following, okay? There are several things that you should have, and I'm gonna repeat myself really quickly, sorry guys. There's several toys that you should have in your arsenal, okay? And the reason why is because we're talking more bang for your buck, right? The other nice thing about it too is that it's going to allow you to fully enjoy the array of toys. So you want a me toy, right? Something for yourself. You want a we toy, right? Something for you to use with you and your couple. Now, if it is you and yours and your man, you're gonna want to make sure that you do like a C-ring or the Joyride or something like that. If it is you and her, you're gonna want to make sure that you do a her and her toy that is going to be pleasurable for both. And then you're also going to want to make sure that you have a land and sea toy, okay? A land is a bedroom toy, right? And the sea is something that you can use in the shower, okay? So the nice thing about a lot of our toys is that they're going to cross over, okay? You're going to be able to use them in the bedroom. You're going to use them they're going to be shower proof as well. And some of them, like our selfie collection, which you're going to see when you get your catalogs, are also going to be fully immersed, which is really nice, okay? So, whole bath. Let's just say. Okay, so these are the toys that come in your kit, okay? This is Flirt, okay? This is really nice upgrade from something like the Phillip. The Phillip is one of those, like, it's like $19 toys, $20 toys, and it's not very good, right? So I will tell people that there are certain toys that I will not sell you, okay? You can go through someone else. I'm very sorry, but I will not sell you a toy that you're not going to like at the end of the day, okay? So this is, what, $28 or so? It's not very expensive, $26?
I think it's 30 now.
Is it 30?
Yeah.
29 or 30.
Okay, it's a toy that's not very, it's a $10 upgrade, and you're actually going to enjoy it, okay? So if you're looking for a small bullet that has lots of power, and it's quiet, this is definitely where you want to go. This is a lazy girl orgasm, ladies, okay? You can literally just leave it there and go, oh, okay? Lazy girl orgasm. Something that I actually talked to about with my hostess was Mr. Dependable, okay, because she wanted girth, right? Oops. All right, she can back, oops, it doesn't like me. Here we go. Okay, she can back herself up into it. Here. There we go. Okay, something that she can back herself up into, and then she can actually put this right against her, okay? And like I said, it has a lot of power as well, and she wanted a toy that was small, okay? She didn't want a larger bullet, all right? So she wanted something like the bullet that comes with the heartthrob. But then I was like, are you sure? I said, because she was already getting it. And I said, are you sure? I said, that that's what you want. I said, go and grab the bullet from my table, come back, play with it a little bit, you know, in your hand and see what you think before telling me that that's what you want. And she's like, there's no speeds. It doesn't change. It's one speed. And I said, I know. I said, and this is the reason why. I said, are you sure this is what you want? And she was like, no, I want something that has different speeds that will build with me, right? Because an orgasm is a building effect. So this is what she ended up getting along with Mr. Dependable. So I just sold her 2 toys. She was ecstatic, right? She not only had the girth that she wanted, she also ended up getting the clitoral portion, right? Which has those 8,000 nerve endings, okay? And that's what she wanted. So the Flirt is really nice because it does upgrade you. It is an upsell, right? And also is going to make sure that they're happy as well. So that's the Flirt. It's tiny but mighty. You saw, you were like, so if people are like, you know, Jen, Jessica, I just don't think that this is what I want because it's so small, right? So tell them lazy girl orgasm, okay? And that it is, I wouldn't say it's a taser, right? Some people could like say that it's like a taser because it has so much power. That can scare somebody. They're like, what is gonna happen to my clitoris, right? We do not want to blow out people's clitorises, ladies, okay? But that actually won't do that. So that's a really nice one. Now, if someone says, I really want a beginner's G-spot toy, okay, I always talk about Just One Touch, okay? Just One Touch is really nice because it also has a clitoral portion as well. And if you look at this really nice pad, it's also going to hit a large area of the G-spot, okay? And we just talked about where G-spot is, right? So the important thing about to know is that just like your clitoris is a little man in the boat a lot of times, right? And then as you become aroused, it also is like, oh, hi. It blooms, it like becomes larger, right? And you're like, oh, I can find you again, right? The G-spot's very much like that as well, right? So you're like, trying to find it. Then as soon as it starts to get aroused, you're like, oh, there it is, hello, okay? I also talked about how, have you ever been having sex and felt like you had to pee? No one has always felt like that. And they're like, yes, what is that? I go and I try to pee and nothing happens. Well, you actually can't pee while having something inserted, ladies, okay? So the nice thing about that is that they now understand that G-spot orgasm is not going to be pee, right? Everyone's always worried about like having an accident, right? Or something like that. It actually is impossible, okay? The nice thing about this too, you always want to hold them for about 3 to 4 seconds, okay? So you're gonna get your toys, you're gonna be like, it's broken down. No, it's not. Usually they hold on for a lot longer. The issue is the paint, okay? So make sure that you know where you're going to put it. So if you look, it's definitely vibrating, right? And this is a powerful toy for being the price point. Right? It has 3 different speeds, and it also is going to allow that access to the clitoral portion as well as your G-spot. And I also call that a gateway toy, okay? In like 6 months to a year, she's gonna come back and be like, that was amazing, I need something else, right? So I also talk about how that's a really nice toy to use with a couple as well. So if your significant other's like, the G-spot is a myth, it does not exist, it exists, okay? And that will actually help you find it. Now, if somebody wants something that has a little bit more of a clitoral stimulation, then this is a really nice toy. Why? Because it has so much more to work with for your clitoris, okay? And it's full bloom. Do you see what is going to happen to your clitoris, okay? The other nice thing too is it gives you a little bit more of girth as well. So for somebody who is wanting lots of clitoral stimulation, yeah, it is definitely going to give you that, okay? So people are always like, dual action toys, why? Okay, and the reason why is because you're going to have more of a bullet straight for your clitoris, and you're also going to have more stimulation inside as well. Now the cool thing about this is like the other one, that like the Daddy from the Natty. Okay. So the cool thing about this, does it really?
Yeah.
You have to turn it off before you bend it or you'll break the motor.
I'm like,
Don't.
So you don't show that one?
no, I don't. I showed GPS, GPS 2.0. All right, so the nice thing about this is that now you also have a G-spot toy as well, okay? So not only do you have great clitoral stimulation, you also have a helicopter, right? That's also hitting your G-spot. And if you don't want that, you also are just getting really nice vaginal stimulation as well, okay? This is a really nice beginner, I want to say, dual action toy because it doesn't have all the beads. And some people are like scared by the beads. Like, and so this is a nice toy for you to be able to feel that, and it's also softer as well.
So it rotating scares a lot of ladies. Do you have anything that I could?
They don't have to rotate.
They don't have to rotate it. They can do.
It wasn't rotating before she sent it.
Yeah.
So unless it's like a 2-in-1. They
Mhm.
can buy it just for as
Straight up and down, and then
yeah. And then
move into
whenever
that.
they're ready to try it the other way, they can spin it. But my sister and my sister-in-law swear by that thing, and they absolutely love it. They're like, "It's so try it." I'm like,
What is it
too
called?
scary.
It's called blind date.
Blind date.
Mhm.
Wait, I didn't know that you could do this.
Yeah, I didn't know it meant either.
Which is one of the reasons why I'm showing
Bend
it. You can bend it. You have to make sure the motor's off, and then you can bend it.
Turn it off.
You can turn it off, then it bends right back. Now you want to make sure when you're passing it around, if you pass around your toys, that people don't break it, right? So you're like, this is what it does. If you feel like you don't want to pass this particular toy around, you can do that too.
I'm Daddy, right?
It wasn't as
I'm Daddy
long.
from the Natty.
It wasn't as long.
So now they've extended it like Bob was.
Which people actually would like because it actually is giving them more
So I have someone who wanted the Daddy from the Natty because she didn't like the length of the bob on the thing. And she's okay.
Why? Oh, you're not able to find that?
No, because we don't have Daddy anymore. So she wanted the same thing as Daddy, which is that, but they've extended it, and she didn't want the part extended.
Then she's not
So
gonna
now
want
I know.
that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
why don't you just give her daddy?
Because it's a mother-in-law, and I can trade somebody out. It's a consultant,
I
and
have
that
one.
just joined with the EOL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was
There
gonna buy
are a lot of people that are holding on to
six-pack
them.
of that. Okay.
I'm about to tell them in my Pink Friday.
Now the reason why I had asked people to bring them in, and I'll show you my gun case if you want me to, is because I have upgraded all of my toys to higher to a higher price point. Okay, so I show things like GPS 2.0. I showed the selfie collection, right? Those are all higher price points, which also make sure that I have higher selling parties as well. Okay, and y'all will get there, right? But that's the reason why I chose the toys that I wanted to and went from there. Now I do show this one, okay?
I always have questions, and I've been in it for a year. Okay, I have like.
Which
all
goes to
the
show that
collections.
you always have, like, you always are growing and learning, which is awesome. Go.
I'm always a student. I have all of the toys, like, well, most of all of them. But like all the collections, do you think it'd be smart for me not to? Because like when I book a party, I ask them, I was like, I have the selfie, I have the blush, I have, the diamond collection. which collection would you like to be shown at the party? I don't show them all. I don't take parts out. Nothing. It's either the whole collection or nothing. Should I not do that anymore? Because I see that
How's
they're
it
kind of going different.
I'll bring my good case out. Crystal, can you grab it? It's in the back. You know my office. So the reason why I do that is because people get to see a larger array of our toys. So I always say this is the best. The rest is in the catalog,
Yeah.
right? And people seem to like that, right? So
Okay.
it just depends. Has it been affecting parties?
Well, no, because that's how I was told. They're like, oh, well, I want to see what, such and such, the solo or me time. It does, whatever. I'm like, oh, book a party and I'll show you the selfie collection. And that's like how I tell them. But I'm starting the girls are always asking about the toys that I'm not showing, but the hostess wanted this to be shown. And so that's why I was like, I wasn't sure. I mean, it's getting me parties, I guess.
Right. So if it's working for you to do what works, I would say this is my my arsenal of toys. I don't know if you guys can see. You guys can come around if you want.
I love that you put it in a gun case.
Yes, and I do it like that because when I open it, people are like, "Holy goodness, this is amazing." Okay,
That's
so
a new one or your old one?
this is my old one. I need to find a new one. I think I'm gonna do it like this weekend.
Do you want to put it here?
Yes, if it'll fit. Okay, so this is one of my favorites, okay? And the reason why is it's Tease Me, Please Me, okay? This is a 2-in-1. Not only is it great for the shower, it also is a really nice bullet for yourself. It has 7 different speeds.
That's for the shower?
Yeah, you can use it. You can use this shower. Evan might be like,
Proof, not
shower
bad.
proof, not bad.
Water submerged.
Do not submerge this guy, but you'll be as pretty, okay? The nice thing about this too is that it's a larger bullet, which is going to cover a larger area of your clitoris. So if you're like, it hides from me, it will not hide from him, okay? The other nice thing about this too is that it turns your significant other into a vibrating penis, okay? So it now is also a toy for him as well. Now what I do is I'll put him on this, and I'll say, imagine, ladies, that you are sitting, okay? I'm gonna go like this. Now you do not want to leave your toys like this, ladies, because it will, they will melt, okay? Silicone and silicone.
They will fall in love with each other and it'll get really ugly.
Yeah, it'll be really sad. So go ahead and feel the tip here.
I can feel it all the way through.
Okay, so you can feel it all the way through. So nobody believes me until they're like, oh, it does. And the other cool thing about it too is that he's girthy, right? There's nothing sad about Mr. Dependable, okay? So the nice thing about this, people are like, well, will it stretch? It will most definitely stretch. So if you have somebody who says that they don't want something that's going to be too tight, like the new Rendezvous is like the Jelly Tool Belt, which is tight, right? Then this is a nice toy for that. And it also definitely has some gur to it, okay? So it's a me toy and it's also a we toy as well, okay? It can be used in different ways, but I always say a C-ring is the best to use on top and with you on top and just grinding, okay? So it now also gives you really nice lazy girl orgasms, okay? There's no going up and down, thinking, you know, do I look cute? Did I just hit him with my boob? You know, there's none of that, okay? It is nice and to the point, and you're both going to enjoy. Yes.
Make sure that you tell them to grind and not bounce
Bounce.
house because that would hurt.
Mm-hmm. Because it is a decent sized bullet, right? So
Yeah.
that's going to do that.
Yeah, tell them on top, because this will hurt as well.
Especially if it's up and you go down.
Yes.
So, okay. Foreplay, okay? There are several different ways that you're going to connect with your audience and with your guests, okay? Now, one of those ways is through touch, okay? So walking around the room, putting the body dew on the person's right elbow, okay? You also want to tell your guests right and left, okay? So righty, rubby, lefty, licky, okay? And I always tell people, we are going to be licking and tasting and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, right? Make sure that you know which is which, Okay, so your heart massagers, I have the heart throb, but the heart massagers are going to be really nice because they're going to allow you to touch and rub, and by the end of it, they're going to be in love with you, right? Because like people want to stick me in their pocket, all right? Because they're like, oh yeah, I do get more foreplay here than I do get at home. I need to take some of these things home in order to be able to change that. Okay? Does anybody have any questions about toys?
What about the pocket?
Oh,
Yeah.
so in the heart throb, okay? There is a pocket, okay? It is right here.
The lies, the deceptions.
It's a little slide.
It's a little slide, you see?
Underneath.
Okay? That's where your bullet goes, okay? So when you decide that you're going to upgrade to a heartthrob,
Which
everyone should. It's an upsell. It goes from a $15 item to a $49 item.
That was how I had my $1,000 party. I showed a heartthrob.
I cannot keep
Every
these in
single
stock.
one of my people want one.
I saw like 6 of them at a time.
First party, that's what I bought.
I want one too.
Now, the nice thing about these is that it comes with 2, okay? Ladies, it gets hot and hard for an hour. Unlike, our significant other, okay? So, and I do say that. That's one of the reasons I say that men cannot come to my party because I'm a little mean, okay? So how often, okay, and you can use this for the heart massage or a demo as well, how often does a massage turn into the gateway for sex? Okay? We ask for a massage, they start to give us a nice massage, and then they start to find every little nook and cranny in our back that hurts. And you end up saying, okay, just get off me, I will open my legs, I will do whatever needs to do, but the pain must stop, okay? I cry on goal, right? And so the nice thing about this, though, is it's a warm massage, and they don't have to touch you, right? You don't have to worry about their hands cramping or anything. It is a touch-free massage, and it comes with 2. So you can say, honey, you have 2 hands. You're just going to give me nice wide circles. You can handle that, right? Anybody can handle that, okay? The other thing I always show it with is the Burning Desire candle, okay? Because it looks intriguing, right? And I always tell people that they're going to be able to have a nice warm massage without having that Ricky Martin moment later on, right? With the screaming and like the burning and everything, right? So this gives you a little bit of bondage, a little bit of control while still having a really nice massage because it turns into a soy-based massage oil, right? Yes.
I tried to demo that at one of my parties and I burnt the shit out of myself.
You left it
going.
You grabbed it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I turn it on, let it go into an oil for like a minute, like 15 seconds. Wait for there to be a little bit of oil. So I turn it on and then I do the heart massage demo and I talk about it.
Disclaimer though, because
I don't
it says in the box,
Do
but
not
it
let
doesn't
it-
get any hotter than
Don't
just
keep it lit.
I don't
What ends up getting
until
warm
I'm almost
Is this
done.
outside portion. The
Yeah,
actual
burn-
oil
burn
doesn't get any
fingers.
warmer than your actual skin temperature.
Because I burned a girl. I was like, it doesn't hurt, watch. And I left it burn for far too long. So you just have to blow it out and give it like 10 minutes to cool down.
And
You
they're
tell them
using-
that when you sell it.
Yeah.
You just
They're
say,
like-
make sure you blow it out, let it sit for 30 seconds, maybe a minute or 2, and then pour it on.
Let them know this is not a candle to look good and to just leave lit to
And to
make your room
smell good.
smell good.
You're gonna
This
waste
is a
it.
soy-based candle meant for massages. So this is a candle that you light once it has just the amount of massage oil that you want. Then you're gonna blow it out and then you're gonna use it and then just put it to the side. It's gonna harden and get ready. It'll be ready for your next use. It's not meant to leave lit because you will burn your hand when you grab it.
Yeah, that's my mistake. I did the whole party. And
Oh no.
it was lit the whole time.
I
did too.
I don't like
people are
mine.
having sex or leaving it up there and like, oh.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm on fire.
You like want to join my team?
Okay, hostess coaching. Somebody said they wanted to talk about hostess coaching, okay? And it's really important that you are hostess coaching so the hostesses know what to expect, right? So people book a party with you, and then they're like, so what time do I do? Like, are you going to create a Facebook event? Like, what are you going to do? So actually in our file section in Steele Rockettes, right, there is a hostess letter that you would send her, okay? It's editable, so you're just going to go in there and you can change it all to what you want it to say, okay? But it gives you a good bare bones, right? And then there's also hostess in the know, okay? Hostess in know gives you, that tells them no men, right? No babies, okay? It also tells you 18 and up, all right? Something that's in the letter that's on there is that I would like a place to park, right? That I would like that if they had a table possible, that'd be great, right? Because this is a monster of a table, okay? Also, I also say that if that we do need a private ordering room, right? So I know who reads it and who doesn't, right? And then I go through and I go, so did you get your host packet? Were you able to go through? Do you have any questions, right? I do a lot of, because I have a baby, I do a lot of my, and Jess can tell you, I do a lot of my like hostess coaching through text message and through Facebook Messenger, right? A lot of people work really well by doing phone calls, right? So find what works for you, but please hostess coach, okay? You always want to tell people to over invite. Sometimes you'll set up the Facebook event and it'll like invite 15 people, right? The important part to talk about too is that like half of the people invited, half the people who confirm will probably say the day of that they're not coming, right? But if you have 30 people that say they're coming, 15 will probably show. Okay, so it's really important to tell them about that. Also, there's a way to send a red stamp invite. Does everybody know what the red stamp app is? No. Okay. Red stamp is an app that is completely free that you can download onto your phone or your iPad. You can also use it on a computer, right, ladies?
Yes.
Yes.
It doesn't work if you have the notified.
Oh no.
No.
3.
Okay.
But
I'm
I
not-
have a tablet, and I use it on my tablet, and I email it to myself, and then I download it.
That's what I do with the iPad. It's just easier for me to play with.
And you're able to just make invitations to your invite. And then you can put in your own pictures
That's
that
where I
you
can
want
sometimes
and write
fill
what
your
it is that you
meetings
want
down.
on there. Yeah, right.
And our event, like our group, also has tons of like pictures and such as well. The destination to success with, yes. Were you raising or were you
Yeah, everything that's posted in your group is
usable?
usable from anybody, so don't ask her, because God forbid.
Why?
Because I get tired of seeing the messages. Can I use this? Yes, you can use this. If you don't want nobody to use it, do what I do. Put your name on it. Write in big letters right across it.
She does that. It's
Yeah.
funny.
And then everybody's like, oh, can I use it? Sure, I'll send you only you though. Make your people feel exclusive. And I do that to the PR consultant too. I do.
That's so mean. I know.
Hey, you are special. Oh, I only do it for you.
Now, the nice thing about a red stamp event, okay, is like the textable invite is that because Chelsea was telling me that she has a lot of people on Instagram, right, that she's friends with that, you know, she might not text as much, that would rather see it that way, okay, so she can send them that way. It's really important that you be on several different modes of communication, right, and then you ask your hostess, what is the best way to contact you, right? Phone calls. Some people, I can't do a phone call, right? Like if it's before 3 o'clock, I've got the toddler, right? So it's important to know what time is best, right? If they're working, after 5 is going to be best, right? If they're Esperanza, 1 o'clock in the morning is best.
11 to 2.
11 to 2, okay? So you want to make sure that you know what the best time is. And the other thing is your hostess packet, okay? You're going to want to make sure that there's a catalog in there, okay? Really important. Right? Also, when you end up having like the business cards, you're going to want to make sure that there's a business card in there, okay? You're also going to want to make sure that if she wants invitations, that you can pop some invitations in there, okay? And your letter, right, telling her the expectations, and you can also do the hostess foreplay, okay? Hostess foreplay can be found in the COO, okay, under, I believe it's all about the party, on the left-hand side, right?
Yeah.
Like in my head. All right, so the cool thing about that is that you can make it say anything you want, okay? If you want her to have 20 guests and you're gonna give her an extra $25 for it in free product, you can do that, okay? And then you print them off and you add them to your hostess methods, okay? It's a great way to get people to have outside orders as well. So have 3 outside orders, get an extra $25 added to your party. Right? Sometimes outside orders can save your party, okay?
Do you do the $25 in free products with the 3 outside orders plus the 10% from those sales?
Yeah, or you can do double hostess credits just for those outside sales as well, whichever works for you. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about
Do you ever deal with hostesses that just ignore you? Like you try and coach them and they don't let you hostess coach them. Like they don't pick up the phone, they don't return the text messages. I had one that didn't add me on Facebook, so up until a week ago, I thought the party wasn't happening. She finally answered the phone. She's like, yeah, I have 8 people coming. I was like, I couldn't send you a packet because I didn't know this was happening. Like no Facebook event, nothing. I'm like, but okay, it's happening, that's cool. But usually then I'm like, I don't want to show up to your house and you didn't think I was coming.
Right, I would say that you would send, like, I would do a phone call and be like, hey, so I haven't heard from you. I'm not really sure if this is happening or not. I'm going to consider this party canceled and if I don't hear from you in the next 24 hours.
Okay, so just move on versus stalk them.
Stalking really does take a lot of energy, right? You can be booking other parties. You can be rebooking that client.
No, she was at a party. This girl
Also,
did not
she
have me
was
on
from a
Facebook.
party?
Yeah.
I would have talked to the other hostess. Your friend, like, what's up with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently it's happening. She said
But
there's
that's
10 coming.
just how I, like, cause I had a hostess, or I have a hostess who's gonna do one on the 5th of December. Wouldn't add me on Facebook, wouldn't, whatever, and I was like, okay, cool. I told her friend, I was like, hey, your friend ain't doing anything, so that $25, sorry. And I said, oh, by the way, that's one of your 3 parties, so you
It
don't
just
get
doesn't
nothing.
happen, right?
You don't get anything.
Yeah.
Make your hostess for the
Within-
previous party work for you.
Yeah.
Within 30 minutes, that girl had already told me that she had 15 people coming, she had this.
How do you word that to the hostess
I don't.
though, about the 100
I'm rude about it.
Rufus works for us for onset.
Yeah.
I would message her and say, hey, I'm not really sure what's happening with so-and-so's party. She is one of your 3 though. I know that you're really good friends. If you could just send her a quick message and she might be really busy to give me a call, that would be great.
Okay.
And typically she'll be like, girl, you need to get back to this consultant. Like,
Yeah.
You're being rude.
Okay.
Yes.
How many papers total would you say is the max you put inside of the hostess packet?
You don't want to overload them because it confused mine says no. I would do 3 at the most. Letter, hostess in the know, and the
What
hostess
about
work
the
life
envelopes
good.
that say don't open until? And you have another 3 in
It
there.
depends. If that's the way that you're doing it, then that's a completely different system. So that if you're doing like the Stacy Cash way, that's a completely different system. So I would do the letter, right? And then I would do your subsequent envelopes. Yeah, that way, like, it's not like, oh my gosh, I have all this stuff and now I have to learn it all.
Yeah, they're like, I don't even want to read one if there's like 10.
Yeah, so I would do like a max of 3 envelopes, right? 3 weeks out.
The other thing that I do to make sure that your hostess has read your stuff, I actually put a prepaid envelope in the hostess packet, and I say, when you read all of this, it's like the same paper that I give her, thanks for hosting your party, blah, blah, blah. It has a portion for her to sign. She has to sign that and send it back to me so that I know that she read everything, because there's questions on it too that she has to answer. If she doesn't answer it, I know she just signed it and she did the whole biggest lie.
So it's like a survey.
Yeah. So that way when she's like, oh, I didn't know that he couldn't be here. Really? You signed the paper?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So does it say people who are 18 and up only, that no men, no babies,
Yep.
and then does she have to sign just the bottom, or she initially?
She tells, I give her 3 questions, be like random questions from, what's in the letter, and she answers it and she sends it back to me. Which most of, all the questions always ask, what is the age limit, or can your husband be here, or just random stuff like that. And if she answers it, then I know you had to write it down, so you told me, so you know.
I let her pants on fire kind of
How
deal.
did she send it to you though?
Prepaid envelope.
It's a prepaid envelope, so she'll have to stick it in and send it back.
I feel like that covers your butt in case corporate's ever like, there's a
That's
baby
why I
at
did
your
it.
party, and you're like, no,
That's
that's why
why-
you consent that she knew.
The reason why I did it was because I was already done with the order room and everything when I found out that the hostess's dad and her 7 brothers were all upstairs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I called corporate right after. I was like, look, there was like a sausage fest up there. I don't know what they were doing, but I know what I was doing. And they were like, cool. If they call, we already know. So I love corporate.
Corporate is completely all about us, right? So if you ever have an issue and you call, they are so nice, right? So I had a hostess who was irate at me once because she had somebody sign at the party. So she thought that she needed to get $300 in product because she signed somebody, like her party signed somebody deluxe. And it was like, no, my typical is I do $50 in free product, I told her. And she threw a fit at me. So I called corporate and I said, okay, so this happened. I said, she got this much at the party, right? So she was super happy at the party, and then she had to find out that her friend had signed, this is what happened. She's like, you were offering her something extra that you didn't need to do, and she was still mad at you? She's like, we've written it down, we'll take care of it, thanks. So they are super nice about making sure that they help us CYA as well. And
She wanted 10% of the deluxe kit.
Yes. We don't get paid for selling kits or for signing people up like that. That's not how it works. So we don't get 10% of that kit. So it was just really funny. I was like, I explained that to her as well. So that's the hostess packet. Something that I also do for repeat parties. Okay, for my ladies who have repeat people, as I do 3 business cards. Okay, I numbered the 3. And I tell them, you got 10%, give these out to people who have never been to a party before, people that you would never think to invite to a party, okay? When I receive this back in the ordering room, you'll get 10% with each card towards one item in the catalog. So you have up to 30% off one item in the catalog, okay, possibly. So I've had $1,200 parties with repeat girls that way. So, and it's with the same girls, but the extra people and the extra party crashers help me to have a higher selling party than otherwise. Because sometimes with the same people, you'll find that they go down and down and down in the price and the amount that you're selling. Okay, so how someone asked me, if you do recruit, right? It's your first person that you recruited. What do you do, right, with that person? How do you train them? How do you teach them, right? So there's a certain way that I go ahead. There's a certain way that I do it, okay, and it has worked for me, okay. So no matter what that person signs with, what package, standard, deluxe, whatever, they do well. And so I say, okay, so when you do join, I want to have a phone call with you in the first 48 hours, okay? And I tell them this at parties too, because people are like, what's the process for, becoming a consultant? And I'll say, okay, so I just want to have a call with you, right? And we're going to set up your business. What that means is we're going to talk about setting up a Gmail, okay? That's professional. With your with Pure Romance by Jennifer Felderman, PR parties, whatever it is, okay? And then we're going to set up PayPal, right? You want to set up a business PayPal so that person can start to take payments, okay? And I run them through how to set it up because it can be a little confusing, right, in the beginning. And yes, and then I also make sure that they know about party school, right? Their Pop the Box party. Yes.
I know this is kind of as far as the girl that signed up and everything, and as far as my past party, we've been having the issues with PayPal. So just as an FYI, if you enter in card numbers and you manually put them in there, if you go over $500 or however much is on your account, they will hold for 30 days what is over the $500. And apparently it's cheaper to swipe it than I didn't know.
There's a fee.
There's a fee. So you want to make sure that you're able to swipe. If your swiper doesn't work for some reason, you can actually go to Staples or something like that, and it's like $14, and they will refund you that money. Okay, once you turn it. It doesn't, but they'll usually send you a new one. They're really nice.
They
So
sent me too.
yeah.
Take a picture too, and it charges you the same percentage as swiping.
Right. So if you hit card entry, okay, there's a little picture of like portion button. You're gonna hit the button. You're going to make sure that they have to all line up the corners. I learned that. All green, and then you're good to go. And you hit the button, and it will do the same percentage that you swiped it. Okay, because you took a picture of it. So say that you forgot your swiper or something, it does work that way, okay? Another thing that I tell my girls as well, okay, is if it tells you when you're first starting, okay, how much money do you plan on making a month? I always tell people to do the 5,000 to 10,000 range because they will never lock your account, okay? If you do over that, if you enter more card numbers than that, okay, over that specific amount of party. It doesn't matter if you never make $10,000 in a month while swiping. It still covers you, okay? And that's what I end up doing. I've never had my account locked. So
This was happening yesterday.
mhm.
You can call them and they'll unlock it.
You're super sweet.
Yeah, they'll unlock it in like 2 seconds.
They're really, really nice.
Where is the part where you can take the picture? Because I don't
Yeah, I don't see it.
Okay, so if you hit back. Okay. Enter card number. It should be right there.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
You are going to want to upgrade yours.
you click enter card number.
You're gonna want to upgrade yours because it doesn't have it.
Oh, well, when I click enter card number, there's a picture right there.
Can you show her for me where it's supposed to be? Because hers isn't showing that.
When you click enter card number, it gives you the.
Yeah, no.
Mine updated like 2-3 days ago.
Oh,
so
okay.
you may
That's
need to
probably
update it. Yeah.
I don't auto update my stuff.
Ladies,
Yeah, you're gonna want to make sure that you auto upgrade.
If you don't have your swiper and you don't want to manually enter it, what you can also do is that same part, you can actually invoice them and email them, and then they can go and they can pay it themselves. It does take a little bit longer, but if you're just starting and you don't have your swiper yet, that's how I have one of my new girls is taking payments. Is that she's invoicing them, and they'll go outside and she'll get the next order in, and they'll go through everything, and then she'll get the email that it's paid, and then you can give them their product.
Also, the other thing is certain banks hate us. They hate PayPal with a like a passion. And which one is it? Citibank hates it.
I had 2 cards not go through, and I was like, this is not my swiper because mine works.
Yeah,
And
no,
it was
you're
sitting-
going to want to make sure that you invoice them.
Yeah.
And that's the only way that it will go through.
That's what we
They
ended up
get-
doing. That was so
Because
weird.
they have to, they put in their own information and it's verified. Because
Mhm.
when you swipe it, it's saying like,
It says
it
something
flags
like
it, yeah.
It does not like PayPal. So if you invoice them, it will work.
Invoice who? Invoice the client?
Invoice the
Yeah.
client.
You just email it to them because she paid it right there, and then it was fine. I was like,
At the exact spot when you go in the PayPal here where you say like charge, it gives you the option to check cash, whatever, and then it says invoice. You invoice them. You don't even have to put in their information. Just put in their email address. Confirm that that's it. It'll send it to them. It'll email them, and then they can just either pay it right then and there, or you can tell them, okay, when you pay that, you can bring it back. Show me if you have a product, and then be able to give it to them like that. It takes.
I just send them right back out really quickly, and they have no problems with it. Okay, so the other thing you want.
It charges you more though if you invoice.
Well, it's better than not being able to get
Yeah.
any money at all.
No, I'm just saying, but so that they're not like, oh my God, I'm not getting everything.
Yeah.
But it does charge you.
It
more.
does charge you more, but it's better than not being
And it
able to do
won't
anything.
flag your account and manually entering it.
Yeah.
So,
But if you can do the little picture thing, that actually works better.
okay.
Because it does see.
If you keep manually entering it, does it flag your account?
Yes.
Yes.
But if you do the picture, it doesn't. She said over $500 it would flag your account and it would lock it.
I think also after a certain amount of manually entered numbers.
Yeah.
I bet that's why mine did it too, because I tried 3 different people's
Yeah.
SIM cards like 16 times.
That's why.
And
Yeah.
And it's going to flag your account. And then not only that, but any card you swipe thereafter, it won't accept it because they're going to think that there's something
It's
wrong,
fraud.
that
Fraud
someone
detection.
else is using your account.
You just have to call PayPal.
They'll fix it right away.
If you don't have your swiper, like I have the camera, but it says, I need to connect Bluetooth or something.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you
just
just
connect
connect your
your Bluetooth.
Bluetooth and you're done. Good. So how to pair and connect? So that's telling you about your card. So yeah. So what you're gonna do? So now you're okay. So that's just for your card reader. Okay, you're going to say that you want. I'll do it after.
Did anybody get the chip reader card thing, Majigger?
Not yet. I have to.
No.
Okay, guys, the baby's gonna come home and we're not gonna be able to get anything done, okay? So the other thing is that I want you to make sure that you are talking about the Pop the Box party, okay? The more likely that you start doing parties sooner, okay, you're going to find that you have more success, okay? So you don't need to know everything right away, okay? So if you're like, I need to know everything, I need to know you're never gonna know everything. The reason why is because we always have new products every 3 months or so. So it's okay not to know everything. Mia always tells the story about how she told people that coochie cream was edible. Okay, I made up all these cards for my first party, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. And I purposely left them on the table and walked out the door. It was an $800 party. Okay, so you are more yourself. Okay, when you don't have cue cards, right? Even if you mess up, most people aren't going to know. Okay. Also, the reason why we do parties in front of our friends is so that they giggle at us and like it's fun. Okay. So you want to make sure that you are like Chess is going to go ahead and she's going to shadow someone and then she's going to do her party on Saturday. So if you want to shadow, there's a whole list of shadow options that I posted.
Where? I didn't see them.
I posted
On
my group. If you are not getting notifications, you're going to want to make sure that you put all notifications, okay? Otherwise, it'll only give you the highlights. And I will bump that post as well. But I did post it today, actually, right? I want to say it was today or yesterday.
It did get bumped today.
It did get bumped today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did see it at the top of my news.
Okay, goal boards. We're going to talk, and I'm on time, yay. Okay, we're going to talk about goal boards. Okay, who brought a goal board? Yay. Okay, if you didn't bring a goal board, we're still going to talk about your goals. Okay, so make sure that you've written things up down. Okay, so I want to start with Joe. Go ahead and grab your goal board for me. The reason why it's really good to measure your goals is because you know then what you want to do, right? So I have a hard time setting goals because, and this team has a hard time, I think, setting goals because we achieve them so quickly, right? So that's one of the reasons why you want to make sure that you are going and updating them often.
I work on my goals, so it's probably prettier than what a lot of people do. So I'm 4 months in. I work a full-time job, so I have to work really hard to find a lot of free time to do this. Because my boyfriend at home is also like a 2-year-old and can't cook or clean or do anything. So it kind of starts with the top part is me making sure I'm setting a set schedule. Jen talks about it. Yeah, Jen talks about it a lot. Like, do this every Monday, do this every Tuesday, do this every Friday. And that kind of works for me, so I need to stick to it a little bit better because I don't always. Sometimes I come home from work and I don't. So I want to stick to that a little bit better, and then I want to get better at hostess coaching. I like give them the packet and then slack off, kind of like Mia talked about. Like I did hostess packet, it's cool. I set up the Facebook event. I didn't post anything, but it's there. I just signed up for postmyparty.com. That's awesome.
Automatically sets up all
Jen Roy did a video about it, and I watched it one day. I was at jury duty for like 8 hours. And watched just nothing but PR videos for like 8 hours.
Is that right on Censure?
I love it. You can make a template for the party and it'll post the entire party for you instead of doing individual posts. I don't know if Censure can do like a template for the entire party.
Is it free or is it you have to pay for that?
It's $10 a month, tax write-off. And there's like $1 for 14-day free trial kind of thing. Well, $1 trial, but I love it. I've had it for like a day and I'm like obsessed with it. Postmyparty.com. It's awesome. Jen Roy, she was, it's on the destination page, actually, the day that she was like.
Tell me about the destination page.
Oh, God. Destination page. I hate Facebook. I really do. I hate Facebook, but I consistently look on that page because it's got all kinds of really awesome stuff on it. That search bar is your best friend. You can turn off your notifications if you get tired of your phone or whatever going off like 50 times a day because it will. And then just use like the search bar to like go back to things that you saw, or you can pin posts, which is what I do.
Because you can see it to find that post as well. That's like hidden.
What does pinning it mean?
Okay, so
you can save it. So like where the area where you can like flag posts for being like inappropriate or something. There's another option on there where you can save it and go back to it later. And I tend to have to do that a lot because I'll like get angry at a customer, run to the back and like pull up my phone and just like look at stuff to calm down for a second. And then like I'm like, oh, I'll watch this and this and this later. And anyway,
but you can search for it and that way, and it's literally under like shadowing a party, and you can. Thank you. So it'll be at the top of the page.
What does bumping it mean?
Bumping it means says bump, and it pumps it to the top of the page. Yes. So if there's anything that you see that you're like, I will never find this later, I want to bump it, literally say bump.
It doesn't have an actual schedule. It says who's partying this weekend and comfortable with having a shadow. So it's not like she has a schedule there. It asks the question, and then in the comments you have to look to see who wants a shadow.
And then you can just hit reply and say, I would like to shadow. Okay. Yeah, it's super informal.
So I'm trying to get better at hostess coaching. I have a couple of things that I'm working on to get better at that. Outside of PR goals, working out more. I like the way I feel when I work out a lot more, boost those endorphins. It's more me time, which is nice because I don't get a whole lot of it. can only imagine what it's like to have kids. For those of you who have kids,
My husband's a toddler, and he doesn't understand work time. So I do a lot of my stuff in the morning and with the toddler, right? And then I have to tell him, okay, it's after 3:30. Here's the toddler, and I have to go and run and hide. That's how I do coaching calls.
Start doing yoga with a 2-year-old. He's down there twerking. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? That's not downward dog.
You're more adventurous than I am. Lila has decided that she doesn't know when to wear underwear often. Like, she doesn't want to wear clothes.
That's me and tries to find a boob.
Oh, hashtag booby problems. Okay.
I want to implement a follow-up system because I'm finally at that point where I'm hitting that first month that I was with PR, where I can like follow back up with those girls because I'm still kind of new, so I don't have an exact follow-up system. Who's the video? The girl who's super organized and everyone loves her. I forget her name.
Ashley Livermore.
Yes.
I have a bunch of Ashley's videos. Actually, if you go to the file section in our page, and then you go to videos to watch, there are tons of videos. So Party School isn't up yet, and I've been posting about how you can go there and learn so much. I'm gonna have you talk about that time management video in a second. Go.
Yeah, Ashley Livermore, her stuff's organized as heck. So I watched a couple of her videos, and I'm gonna try some of her stuff. And then I would like to, what do I have over here? I don't even know. Oh, put money in savings, because I have nothing in savings. And I'd like to get to a point where I'm getting at least one party a month from a stranger, because strangers not danger, they're sexy strangers. So that's just kind of a goal to put myself out there more, to talk to people that I don't know. It's outside of my comfort zone. I'll get over it. Just so that I'm promoting my business instead of just getting referrals from parties and things like that.
I went to the Cheesecake Factory, and I went to the restroom actually without a toddler, and I booked a party in the bathroom with Cheesecake Factory, bonding over potty training. No joke.
And then at the very bottom, I have my little, like, my incentives and my rewards. So I have little envelopes for different goals that I want to hit. So I have things on here like every time I add a team member, the envelope in there says go get margaritas.
Nice.
I have things on here like pay off all my debt. I'm looking at buying a house soon, so I'm saving up for that. Quit my job is on here.
Yes.
I do want to quit my job.
I was gonna say, talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to quit my job. So I have different things on here, like hitting my monthly goal that I set for myself for sales. I can treat myself to like a fun workout class, so it kind of pushes me to go do something instead of sitting on the couch watching Netflix. So that's my fun.
Okay, Melissa, can you come and talk really quickly about what you learned from that time management video?
Hi guys, I came in a little late. My name is Melissa, and I signed up at the EO. So I think it was 2 days ago. I went ahead, since Party School is enough. I started looking through the videos, and Jen gave me a challenge to look at the Time Management 101 with Heather Phillip. It's 50 minutes long, so you do need time to watch it. But it's super, super detailed in how to manage as far as, just like as she mentioned about doing everything on Monday and Tuesday. She goes into detail, like I'm organized, but when it comes to time, I'm horrible, and being on time or timing myself, because I'll be like, oh yeah, it'll take me 30 minutes. 49 minutes later, I'm still not where I'm supposed to be. So she kind of goes into setting, and it's not going to be realistic right away. As she explains in the video, it can take up to a month before you can actually go through with an accurate plan. So it's really cool. I really enjoyed sitting there for 50 minutes, but I learned a lot.
Was that Heather Fuller or Ashley Livermore?
Heather Phillip.
You'll watch that tomorrow.
Yeah.
She breaks down how many hours in the day.
Yes,
that.
Who Stacy, come up and talk about your goals for me.
Oh yeah.
I pick on people. Sorry. They love me for it.
I'm super shy. I hate spotlight. Anyways, I don't have my goal board because it's in storage, but my goals were to do
So tell me what goal you just hit yesterday.
tractor.
Okay.
And I cried my eyes out. You know why? Because it was the one goal that was actually on my goal board. And I had other stuff that I hit, like fast track, whatever, blah, blah. And then like senior consultant was okay, but director was, I really wanted to hit director before December, and I did. And I was like, and I didn't even freak out until I got my email, and I was like, because I was waiting for it, I was like, maybe I like did not calculate my people right. I have 2 that still have to go active, so maybe when they go active, I'll get it. And I wasn't sure, and then I got a congratulations, somebody in your downline. I'm like, wait, no, it's me. It's not even that. But anyways, on my goal board, I have like these cute little hearts that build up, and it's like bigger at the top. And my goals were to have at least 4 parties a month. Obviously, I'm doing like triple that. And I do between 8 to 10 parties, sometimes 12 parties. Booking Bliss has been crazy. I like triple book my days. And I wanted to do at least 2,000 I wanted to bring home with parties. So I made sure that I was like overachieving my goal, because I am horrible. Like I will just like break my own heart if I don't make it, and I will beat myself up until I reach my goals. So yeah, that's what's on my goal board. Oh, and then above my little thing for director, I have like a little bonus for hitting advanced director. So if I hit that, then I'm like, okay, that's awesome. Because like you guys will see, even though you're like super new, you'll have those moments when you're just like, shit, like I'm trying to get parties and nobody's catching. Like, is this even for me? You're gonna doubt it, but something's gonna happen, and then you're gonna be like, okay, this is for me. Like this is totally meant to be. You're gonna get that little, like I get goosebumps, because it's like it happened to me like 4 or 5 times, but that's only because I didn't do something right, you know? And then I just learned from it. Like I don't host this coach, and I wonder why there's only 3 people at my party, but then like 2 of them sign up, and it's like, okay, so maybe that party wasn't just a total waste. It, you know,
There's never a party that's ever a
no,
waste.
never. And I tell people that all the time. They're like, I should cancel. I don't have anybody coming. No, I'll come. It's just me and you. Let's have some wine, whatever. And then they book a party or another party, and then she signs up. So, but yeah, goals are pretty awesome. I think when you have them right there in your face, you're more likely to reach it, because when you can go over there and you can like start scratching, okay, I just placed an order that was $1,000. Time to get closer, then $1,000, and then you can reward yourself with something. So I go out and I buy like a $20 in Starbucks, or I will take my kids to Home Goods, and then instead of buying something for myself, I spend it all on them. But that's the love of mommyhood. But yeah, that's my goals.
I just got myself makeup because I was like, I deserve something for me.
I have 0 makeup. I have like some stuff that goes in my eyes. And everything else I'm like,
That's Brown's on one. Come in.
I have no goals.
Come tell me why.
I had high goals, but now they're not that high anymore.
Okay, well tell me where they were and why they were there.
Okay, my goal was.
Thank you.
I'm not even there. It's like
It takes me.
It takes a minute.
We'll get there in a second.
You'll see yourself go.
Yeah, it's kind of
That
creepy
kind of
actually.
It's a little lagged.
My goal was to basically.
There you
See,
go.
there you go.
Jessica, love it. My actual, honestly, now that I'm wearing this shirt, I'm gonna tell y'all. My goal was to make my room nothing but Jack Skellington. That's what it was. And for my husband not to have to pay for it because he hates Jack Skellington. Oh well. Anyways, no, but that was really like, I started this as a mistake. Well, not a mistake. I wouldn't say a mistake. I came with somebody to just be their ride, and I ended up signing that night. My goals were really just to see what it was about. Just to get out, because I have 4 babies. I know, I'm so young. I have 4 babies, and that's all I did. Like, I want to have a baby just because I'm not a mom anymore. All my kids are in school. So that's kind of what I did. You know, my son was going to school. I was like, yeah, I'll sign up, whatever. It ain't really going to go anywhere. I'm trying to fill my time. And then it started, I had my first party. I think it was like $500 or whatever. I'm not really
good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm not really about the money, like the money to be like great and stuff, but it was more about me being able to get out, hang out with normal people, like, you know, that are bigger than 4 foot. Now my son is like 7 foot, but yeah, that's basically why I did it.
What's your January goal?
What January goal?
You have a goal that you want to achieve by January, and it is a personal goal. And it involves this.
No, February. Don't tell me January.
Okay.
Now you took a month away from me. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I lost my license. I don't drive. I haven't driven for this whole year. It's been crazy. And yes, I can say that my parties have declined a little bit because I'm not out and about, you know, being a pure romance fairy and, you know, vomiting pure romance and everything pure romance. And this is actually the first day that I've worn something that's not pure romance related. Like, I'm gonna take this shirt and have, you know, PR by Esperanza in the back. Yeah, seriously. I am that girl. Like, you will see me at the store and it's either, you know, I hated pink. Pink is not my color. Now my shoes are pink. When my shoes turn pink, because I'm a shoe freak, my shoes turn pink, pure romance is here to stay. So basically, that's basically how, when I get my license, it's my goal. That's my one only goal right now, is to get my license. And once I get my license, everybody better watch out, because I'm going to try to all y'all's parties. I will go to the place and be like, oh, she said she had a party over here. Let me see. Rolling up in my car, just like PR everywhere on the car. Yeah, so that's my goal right now for that. But other than that, I'm paying for Christmas today. Today, no, not today. Friday, I'm paying for Christmas because I already have $1,000 in pre-sales to my Pink Friday. Yeah. So.
How do you get to your parties now?
My husband is my chauffeur. That's what I tell everybody. They're like, you know, he brings in all my stuff and everything for me, and you know, he's like a muscle. And I tell him, I know you ain't wearing that, are you? Yeah, like now he has an outfit which, you know, it says PR by Esperanza. Like everything. My son goes to school with. I've actually had 2 teachers book a party with me because my son wears my PR t-shirts that I get for free at the trainings and stuff, and they're too small. Yeah, my son wears them.
So I'm gonna ask you an interesting question. What does your son smell like when he goes to school?
Legend. Legend. Yep, it sure does.
Also, they spray my kiss, and my son comes out, Mommy, my son. So I grab the Legend, and I'm like, okay.
My son smells like Legend. My husband smells like Legend. My daughter got me my first potential, like, real baby. Yeah, like my daughter talked to her bus driver about pure romance. So I'm talking to my daughter.
And talk to her coherently.
Yeah, like there's a video on her page.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's your page.
Yeah, it's on my page.
Yeah, like she was like telling her everything about pure romance. I mean, not the, you know, 10% part, but she was telling her everything. She was like, you know, but I guess the bus driver told her, oh, I hate my job. And, you know, after the video cut off, I told my daughter, she hates her job. She's like, yeah, I guess she don't like us. But yeah, so she might be my actual first real baby, you know, and like, I don't think I want to recruit anybody until I get her, because my daughter got her.
Well, you did recruit somebody inadvertently.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it happened.
She won't talk to me. Whatever. I'll go to her house.
You should.
I am gonna go to her house.
We already we have an agreement. If she doesn't do what she needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's
nice under my bed.
So she's like, why is she allowed to stop? Okay, I get it.
No, I don't
No, she's already signed.
She's already signed.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So what was the other question? Yeah, another one.
Oh, tell me, use me, right, as your person of what you say to people when you see somebody in
like a stranger?
Like a stranger.
Well, usually I have them, like, there's something about me that they attracted to. Like, I was telling her about the Applebee's. That was weird because I was in the toilet and, you know,
the toilet is magic, sorry.
Yes, I don't use public bathrooms, so, like, it takes me 20 minutes to use the bathroom to go pee because I'm, like, I got hand sanitizers, I got 2 right there on my bag just in case because I love y'all, but y'all got germs. I got 2 of those. I go through, like, 2 bottles maybe every 3 days because I spray it on the, you know, the toilet and I wipe it off and whatever. And one lady was like, oh, my gosh, is that you? And I was like, I ain't even done nothing yet. And she was like, no, you smell so good. And I was like, oh, no, it's Bath and Body Works. And then she was like, what? I was like, I said, it's pure romance. Because that was another thing, too. And I was like, it's pure romance. Have you heard of pure romance? And she was just like, no, what is it? So I'm just sitting there doing my business, and then I sit down and I start peeing, and she was like, so what is this pure romance? And I was just like, yeah, 1 second. And she literally was done, washed her hands and everything, and she was waiting for me, which is very weird because I'm that weird person. So I come out, and she was just like, hi, my name is, and I was like, ew, no. So I washed my hands, and like, she was like, what's that smell? And I was like, oh, it's,
She didn't make it up because it wasn't.
yeah, I know it's a bad thing. I don't use their products. No, like the other stuff I do, but not like the perfumes or anything.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I like my.
Your kids do, but you don't.
My kids do, but I don't. Yeah, because I use Dolce & Gabbana, which now I know is Love Story. So I told her it was Love Story. I was like, oh, it's Love Story. And she was like, oh my God, that smells so amazing. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you have you heard of Pure Romance? And she was like, no, what is it? I said, well, we're an in-home party. Oh, I thought somebody opened it. I was like, we're an in-home party company for women, you know, just women. We do, you know, bath, beauty, lingerie, you know, we do free in-home parties. And I always do that free like that. And then it's like, really free? And I was like, yeah, free. I was like, you feed your friends, you bring, you know, whatever, and you just tell your friends to come and they can shop. I was like, I put on a big old show for y'all, you know, and I was like, and you get away from your husbands. And she's like, and I need to stop saying that. I need to start saying partner.
Yes.
Yeah, because the lesbians are very feisty. Yeah. So, and that's just really how I do it. And I talk just as fast as I'm talking to you is how I talk to them because they're like hanging on every word. And then when I notice they're not interested, I kind of just be like, yeah, so, and then they're like back to me again. So you got to kind of like keep them engaged, especially in the bathroom. Yeah, because the whole time we were blocking like 7 stalls on this side. Yeah, so I did that on purpose too because there was other women that were right there, so they were listening to me too. What did I do at Applebee's? Oh, I just made $700 on this party. Like, oh my gosh. And these people at the table were like, what? I went up to all 3 of them. I'm like, hey. I thought of the other time that I went to Chili's.
This is an everyday thing.
This is what I do. If you take me out and you're not about to do PR, get the heck out of my way.
You gotta tell her about my husband at the bar. Oh, yes.
Yes. No. I will like after everything because they're like recording me and I don't want people to know I'm at the streets. But no, like seriously, there was like 3 women there and then there was 1 people on the next side. I didn't know, and I feel bad now, but I didn't know the 2 people right here just broke up. Right there.
Oh my God.
They broke up. She was all crying, whatever, and I just like, I have someone who will never let you down. Yeah. That's exactly how I went to her. Oh, they left together, didn't they? See, we fix the relationships. Yeah. No, but I do talk to everyone. I make sure that everybody knows that I do PR. If they don't know I do PR, what is it? If my mouth is shut,
your business is closed.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I will say that all the time, which is one of the reasons why I need to tell people. Thank you. Crystal, it's your turn.
Come on.
Which?
I was like, who am I going to say? Like, hiding in the corner. No, you can't hide from me. You know that. Huh? Joe, it'll catch up.
So this is my goal board.
Very nice.
I know. It's so decorative. You like my little lacquer stuff. So I'm really lazy and I'm highly unorganized.
Mm-hmm.
So this can work for you because I've been doing it for a while. I'm kind of like a hit or miss girl. So I'll go like really good for a couple of months and then I'm like, I don't have to party right now. I can just sit back and do nothing. Yeah, don't do that, please. It's not a good idea. It's hard to come back from it. So if once you're partying and you've got the swing of things and you have parties going, don't just stop looking. Don't think that, oh yeah, you can pick it up in a couple of months. You can, but it's going to be double the work than it was originally. So, yeah, my goals were to stop using my credit cards. This is all I do, so I'm a stay-at-home mom. 2 very active children. I like to sleep until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I gotta get ready to go pick up my daughter. Yeah, I'm really lazy. But I don't go to sleep until like 3 o'clock because my son's still awake at that time.
You don't sleep, do you?
Never. Yeah. But yeah, my goal is to not use credit cards for the rest of the year. My husband just recently came out of nowhere, and I don't understand why, because things are actually starting to work. And he's like, yeah, so I was thinking about you getting a real job. And I'm like, a what?
No.
A real job. Okay. This was like 2 days before I had a party, and I went to the party and I made $450 in cash. It was a Tuesday night party. $450 in cash. I had everything in stock. I went home with my little baggie of money and I smacked him in the face with it while he was sleeping. And I'm like, yeah, you get a real job. I made more money than you in like 3-4 days. So shove it. Who's gonna pay the like? What? Yeah. So, but yeah. Real job. I still can't get over it, and I still throw it in his face.
She's gonna go home mad at that one.
Oh, I will. I've been complaining about it for I don't know how long. He'll say something like a real job. It's like a joke in my family. Everyone's like, so Crystal, are you getting a real job? And I'm like, real job. Don't even. And he's like, damn it. He's never gonna live it down. When I make enough money and I'm really smacking him in the face, I'm like, oh no, you still got it. You want to be a stay-at-home dad? Okay. So you find a way to pay half the bills like I'm doing by having a fake job legally. When you can do that, then we can talk.
With your clothes on.
Yeah, with your clothes on. With your clothes on. Yeah, exactly. Legally with your clothes on. Good luck with that one. Not happening. So yeah, like I said, my goals. See, my ATT is all over the place. I can't focus.
I'm a squirrel. I'm a squirrel and a squiggle.
I can't focus on anything. I'll go here and there, and I'm all over the place. I let people know that at the beginning of my parties, I don't know my left from my right, so make sure you give me the right hand when I walk around, and you're going to be looking the wrong thing. So, yeah, that's your fault, not mine. I warned you ahead of time. So,
Just
no credit card bills.
You don't have to keep track.
What
I
happened?
have them lick off those little Peters in the shop that you can buy
Oh,
for
really?
business supplies. Yeah, I'm like, don't lick your hands, just like this. I love it. And then no one gets confused about left and right.
I'm like, your left is your liquor, your right is your sniffer. You can sniff your liquor. You get the point. And they're like, huh? And I'm like, okay, just remember when I go around what you're doing with what hand, because I promise you, you're gonna be looking the wrong thing, and you can't blame me for why it tastes so nasty. But yeah, my goal is to not have to use my credit card anymore, and to finally just start paying off all my lovely credit cards. And we're looking to move and hopefully get a house next year. And yeah.
And what's going to happen soon in the next like 3 days or so?
I'm still kind of sort of in denial. I went like a year and 2 months without recruiting, and at the EOO, I'm like helping out with everything. I had one girl show, and she didn't sign right away. She wants to sign up eventually. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, no, I keep putting this off. I think I should work it. And I kind of got 3 girls to sign, and I'm waiting for one to activate till I become a senior.
In like less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
She just started talking about it.
I'm still in denial.
Then she messaged me and she goes, I don't know what's happening.
It happened kind of quick, because now from that, I have 3 other girls that want to sign. And I'm like, I'm a little overwhelmed. Wait. Slow down. So happened so quickly.
I'm like, January by February? I mean, the director by February?
Yeah. I'm telling her, like, slow down with it. You don't have to go in too quickly, and you're like, wait, there's no O for this. There's nothing to put me in the room automatically. You need to work your way up with me here. So, yeah.
I know. Well, you know, once it starts going, it's down and dirty, baby.
Yeah, I've been all over the place.
Use your great head, wait 20 seconds and make it work.
Oh, if only. So, yeah, that's me all over the place.
All right, so we're going to do recognition, and then we're going to do general questions. Ready? Okay, so Angie Burke did $14,002.50. Now, let's talk about how she is the mom of a toddler. She lives out in California.
She's the director.
She's the director.
Is she watching right now?
She might be. Hi. Actually, she's at a conference, so she'll probably be watching this afterward. And the other awesome thing about this too is that she has a full-time job. So
And she's only been in for like what, 5, 6 months?
5, 6
if
months.
even that much.
So my new hashtag is because of the fact that anybody can do this. Seriously, and she has a schedule. She has a schedule of when she wants to do things, when she wants to be off, when she wants to go to Disneyland with her son. Like it's just you make it work, right? That's why I always say to people, you just have to work your business one day at a time. Do one thing for your business every day, and you'll see everything accumulate for yourself. And then Kelsey Bowman, she actually lives out of state as well. She did $2,579.50, and she signed up last month.
Oh my god.
She also hit fast track as well. But what? So that's awesome. And then there's Ileana. Ileana's biggest streaming. So Ileana did personal sales $2,527 herself, just kicking butt and kicking names. And then let's see, they're all like mixed up, and I do this all the time because I have Holly, and I want to make sure that. Yep. All right, we're good now. Okay, so Joe did $3,704 in personal sales. Yay! With a full-time job. What?
Season.
And it's crazy. It's crazy over at your job right now,
I
right?
don't sleep right now. I just came off a 10-hour shift.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Crystal did $1,587 in personal sales. That was a big month for you, right? Yay. All right, really quickly, I want to talk about Ricarda. Ricarda signed up about 2.5 months ago. She has a full-time job as well, and she did $1,915.85, which is amazing. She lives up in like the Ocala area, and she is streaming. Hi. Tara also did $1,695. They both hit fast track. Now, who doesn't know what fast track is here? Okay, we talked about fast track. So fast track is when you do $1,000 in retail sales in your first 60 days, right? You're going to receive a really pretty necklace. Okay, it is the only way that you can actually get that necklace, and it kind of like changes your business as well, because when you're working, it also gathers you momentum. Okay, so the statistics show that people who hit fast track in their first 60 days are more likely to also work their business harder and also get the results that they want as well. There's also a pin involved as well, which Stacey got, right? So tell me about that real fast.
When you recruit somebody in your first 30 days, right?
60
days. You get a really cute little pin. I think I have that. Hold on. Let me look through my.
But you have to get the first part in order to get the second part.
Do what?
You have to get the $1,000 in retail sales in the first 60 days.
Yeah. Maybe I don't have it. I really thought I did. Sorry.
You only have to recruit one person?
Just one person.
But it's really pretty. It's just like the little the pure romance heart, and it's a little pin.
And not many people get it. That's
No.
which is really cool.
And it's like just surprised. Like I didn't know about it. I didn't know about fast track, and I just like checked the mail one day, and then it was in like a little leathery black box, and I was like, ah.
Pure Romance, I will say, definitely knows how to like present things.
Yeah.
Right? It's amazing. You're just like, it's like a gift for yourself,
Well,
right?
they did
For
something
working.
before too. If you book 6 parties in 60 days,
Yeah,
they sent
they're
you
still doing that.
some swag.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like all kinds of stuff. They sent me a koozie, sunglasses, a bunch of chapsticks to give out, the big pink Pure Romance bag.
And it just helps your business.
Scarf. Yeah, they gave me all kinds of stuff.
6 parties in how long?
In 60 days.
You have to put 6 parties
Oh, you got one of the
into
scarves?
your COO. Yeah. I got all kinds of stuff.
Mia was like,
oh my god, you got a scarf? And I was like, I have 2. Yeah.
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, 6 parties in 60 days. You just have to
It comes
input
in
that.
your kit. It comes like when you first get your kit in the mail, there's like a little flyer thing in
And it
there
says
that says
60.
6 and 60. And that's what they're talking
You
about.
have to enter 6 parties in your COO.
So you don't have to have them, you just have to enter them?
You have to enter them, but once you've already had them and you
Yeah.
close them out, then they
Yeah, you have to
your
close
stuff.
them out. Once you close them out.
Oh.
Do you have to close them in that 60 days?
Yeah.
No,
Don't you?
no.
No, they just have to happen in 60
It
days.
just has to happen in 60 days.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And parties can be anything from an online party to a live party
Your
to
launch party,
your launch party, your pop the box party.
Okay,
party.
so wait, are
Your
you
holiday
trying to
sale.
make sales at Pop the Box
Your
parties?
pop the box party is a introductory party introducing you to the world as a Pure Romance consultant. So people sometimes do, like Tara did $130 at her pop the box party, and I was like, woohoo, that's amazing. But you don't like I didn't make any money in my first Pop the Box party. It was more like help me go through my box and put batteries in my toys and smell of all the awesomeness, right? It also helps you to like talk about the products as well without feeling embarrassed about them because it's like literally like your best friend and someone else, right? So it helps you with your excitement too. Your launch party is your bigger party that you would like to make somebody and I also recommend doing 2 launch parties. Okay, and the reason why is because people will always tell you, no, I cannot go to this party. So I'm saying, okay, so I'm having a party on Saturday and on Tuesday. Which one can you come to? And if they tell you again, you know, this is just a busy week and this and the other. Okay, so my sponsor has actually challenged me to do 2 parties, right, this month. You can be one of those parties and help me out. How that sounds, okay? You are literally not allowing people to say no to you. Because 2 saying no twice is fine, but 3 times, I don't think so. April did, in California actually, did, in my second line, did $1,847.50. Eva also hit Fast Track and did $1,245, which is amazing. And Kayla also hit Fast Track. Monique in California also hit Fast Track. It's amazing. And also Christina Brian also hit Fast Track with $1,117. And Holly, last but not least, did $1,172 in personal sales. And I'm going to make you walk all the way up here. You're so welcome. Okay, so really quickly, if you did the, if you were here during the booking blitz, please make sure that you are closing out your parties this month, okay? In order for them to be counted, okay? The other thing is if you've seen the contest that I have up for this month. Anybody seen the contest? Yeah, So the contest is if you rise a level, you get a $75 gift certificate. What does that mean? That means Christmas money, girl, okay? Just saying. And I'm also making it so that it's like to a store. I'm making it so that it's to the mall. I'm making it so that you literally can't spend it on things like groceries, okay? Yeah. Because
You're forcing me to shop for myself.
I'm forcing you to shop for yourself.
For sure.
Exactly. And then the other one is when you do $3,000 in sales this month, you got a $50 gift certificate from me, whether it's to get your nails done, like do something for you, okay? Because it's really hard to actually do something for yourself, okay? So we have 2 weeks left. Also, the 60% is now in the system for our new girls. Yay!
They have free products. Is that in there?
Not yet.
Okay.
We just got the 60%. Not up yet. That's probably going to be up in the next couple of days.
They find that in their available credit or in their free product?
I'm thinking they're going to do it with a free product, but I'm not 100% sure, and I'm sure Mia will ask.
Okay, so for the new people, if it's in your free product, you have to order at, it's basically $100 free, but you order at full retail. Does that make sense? So you're not getting your 60% off with it. They're just giving you the $100 to spend on whatever you want, but it's at full retail.
So say you want a heartthrob.
Right.
It is $49. It will be $49.
And if you buy a heartthrob in a GPS 2.0, it's just $99. If you put one of those on there, you can't go over the $100. So if it's like $105, it won't let you pay the extra $5. So you have to like get as close as you can to the $100.
Don't leave money on the table, ladies.
Yeah.
I will literally empty my cart and put it back in so that it literally every cent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it won't leave the remainder of the money to pay for taxes. You gotta pay for taxes. So if it's $100 and free, and you say, oh, okay, I only want something for $90, that $10 does not go to shipping and taxes. It goes into the air, and you now have to pay shipping and taxes.
And then it ships with your next order. Okay.
Oh, no shipping. Sorry.
Yeah, it ships with your next order. So if you have 30 days, I believe, typically to place an order before it goes bye-bye. Okay, so open air questions. Who has a question for me? Yes.
Okay, I have 2.
She's like, I've been waiting for this.
I have 2. Does Pure Minds have like a season where like it's banging for everybody?
No. Right now until February.
Right now
March,
through March, but every single month is banging if you want it to be. Reason why
everybody's
is
banging every month.
Exactly. That's exactly why. Because people say that the summer is slow, for example. Okay. It's full. Reason why is my husband's off during the summer. He's a guidance counselor, right? So if I'm not bringing home the bacon, no one's bringing home the bacon. Okay. So some of my biggest months are June, July, August. Okay. So if you are working your business, there's never supposed to be a slow month.
But you have to work it for it to.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Ladies, I have to go. Good night.
Bye, Miss Director.
And when we were in Vegas, I bought my pin off the table that says I just made director because I knew I was going to hit it before this year. That was my little gift to myself. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Banana bread. Take them. I already ate 2 slices.
You have another question?
Yes, my other question. Okay, so I don't really know how it works. But so I signed up with the deluxe kit, so I'm getting after this month it'll be 45%. Now, when I have a hostess, I'm giving them 10%. Does that take away from me? Is that like, am I now only getting 35%?
No.
No.
No. Say if you have a $1,000 party, right? They're getting $100 in free goodies.
Okay, so they don't get cash or anything.
No.
It's in free.
It's in product.
Okay.
It's always in product. Yes.
So what if the hostess doesn't buy anything?
Then she loses it.
She loses it.
That's all yours.
Okay.
Yep. Mhm. You have to like purchase your free product, right? You have to make an order in order for it to work.
Okay.
Mhm. Other questions? Yes.
So I'm like an unorganized, organized person.
Okay.
I've been kind of breaking my head to place my first order because I have a decent party coming up on the 28th. And I want to be able to purchase not a whole bunch, but enough demo toys and to have on the side. Any recommendations on placing your first order?
Buy in 6-packs. All the blush toys come in 6-packs still. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So when you have, so the way that 6-packs work is 5 come, you get the 6th one basically for free. Okay, so it's basically allowing you to have the most bang for your buck, right? Also, if you want things like lubricants, those work really well too because you will sell them. Things like coochie, you will sell coochie, right? So make sure that you're buying things that you know you can move at that first party that everyone's gonna want. Even if is it a hostess party? Yeah. So maybe ask your hostess, what do you really want to see at this party? Right? And try to go and get a few of those things as well. But I would definitely buy in 6-packs because then what you can do is that 6th item you can give away as a hostess gift. And it was basically free.
And as far as like any toys that are more popular than others?
Tease me, please me, I would do Playmate. Okay, Playmate is really, really popular. Things like that are coming in your kit, right?
Just I want to double like what I'm already getting.
Okay, so if you want other things that are really popular for me, that's Mike, Jaguar, completely waterproof, selfie collection.
Selfie collection.
Selfie collection is where it's at. Why? Because it is USB charged. It is also a higher price bracket.
2 of them are. 2 of them are.
And a bum diggity.
And 3 of them are. 3 of them are.
Add a bum diggity because you want to have a toy for everything because you're talking
You
about
have
all
to
the
serve
different
home
toys that
alone and
we have.
buy anytime.
A bum diggity is an anal toy that they can take apart, which many people didn't know. I didn't even until recently. And they can use it as just the vibrator itself.
Make sure she's buying Complain. So you want to make sure that you're also getting 6-packs of Complain because you will sell that with your TLC package.
What?
Toy, lubricant, cleaner.
I always tell them tote lubricant.
Tote
Yeah,
works
that's
really
what I
well
say.
too because that's what
I tell them
upsell.
it's
So
crazy.
the toy totes are really nice because the inside has BioShield 75 in it, which means that a lot of times you have to clean your toy before and after. And nobody got time for that. So this way, your toy doesn't have a lint in it or anything. You can take it out, actually use it, wash it with the Complain, and put it back, and it'll be safe and sound. Yes.
How do you earn a cute little name tag?
The name tags, you can buy those, and they're actually on the print. Are they on JT
On the
Productions
COO?
on the COO?
On the COO, you go on the side to
Orders.
or
It's under
Marketing. It's under marketing.
It's under
Marketing,
orders
marketing.
and then marketing. So it's under that little orders tab, then marketing, and then I'm gonna go to JT Productions, I believe it's called, and then you can get them there, and they're not very expensive.
I think it's
If you
just
get
good
them-
marketing.
They're $10 and it's like $2 shipping.
Depending on the ones you get, there's some like that are 5.
Yeah.
The real basic ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the basic ones
basic
are.
The ones that bling, I think,
That
is
one
like,
is like
Talking
$9.99.
about name tags, because I'm all about different,
I know.
like, you know, accessorizing everything to match or whatever. Can you buy different name tags from like different companies? I mean, I'm not talking about like Mia's one where,
You can get them from anywhere you want.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's only, but they have to like say PR or something or whatever, or do they
They
not?
can say it as far as it was. I mean, you obviously want somebody to know that you're a pure romance consultant and not, you know, this crazy person wearing
I'm gonna set up a table
So I
at
can't stop
a
touching my
biker event, and I kind of wanna have like a badass biker one.
Mm-hmm. This is me trying. You need to feel it. Someone needs to get it away from me because I keep touching it.
It's very soft.
Mm-hmm. Can you
What-
see where it turns on?
Okay, I see. Oh, it lights up.
Oh yeah. It's also really nice because if you slip your hand in it, this is why I carry these. So these are the G-Spot toys that I personally show.
This is a G-spot toy.
Yes. Because it's going to cradle underneath the G-Spot and it's going to hit it from the back. And also, like, you're going to be able to feel the 3 different speeds and the 4 different functions.
Okay.
And it is also a USB battery toy. So there are a lot of people who are like, I don't want batteries. I don't want to be dealing with Christmas morning, taking the batteries out of my kids' toys.
Like this won't turn on right now.
I know, it doesn't have batteries. I know.
Is
If
that
you
the
go in
pretty
my office, you can find batteries.
Told me that she broke her toy trying to figure out how to put batteries in. So she no longer wanted anything with batteries. Oh, I'll show you, girl.
Yeah, and most of the toys that I will show are actually USB. So, love my life. These 2.
Do all of those feel like that one?
When you come to
This is on sale.
That is
So for
actually
those of you with 60% off, buy them.
Oh, yes. The
The
executive.
executive.
Who wants to see my executive demo real fast?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So, I'm like, y'all have seen it. So,
And you say to buy those in 6-packs?
these can't, you buy,
Those
these don't come in 6 packs.
Okay.
But they're
But,
on
in,
sale.
but they are on
Yeah,
sale
they're on
for,
sale now.
they're on sale plus you get your 60% discount as well. So,
Doesn't matter to me.
yes, exactly. So, end of November.
End of November.
Which is why I'm like,
Yeah.
you want to order at the 6% level. I'm not pushing you to order, but you're going to have to order before the end of November. I'm sorry. Okay, so really quickly, okay, ladies,
I thought it was suction. I just wanted to make
it does suction. It suctions. It's USB. With that one, I always tell ladies, hey, we all know that we're supposed to do our squats, right? Who actually does them? No? Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna put that on the outside of your tub. You're gonna go ahead and you're gonna do your squat, and you're gonna sit right here, and you're gonna have awesome, amazing orgasms, and also you're gonna feel the burn right in here. You're welcome. Okay, so yeah, that's what I say, and I do sell those, and I sell GPS as well. It works really well too as a reach around. Okay, so the executive. What I want you to do is I want you to imagine, okay, the best orgasms of your life and then multiply that by 10, okay? The executive is that toy. Remember I was talking about all the different like toys in your arsenal? This is going to be a G-spot toy. It is also a clitoral toy. It's also a shower toy or a full submergible toy too because it is an ion battery. Now, I warranty all my toys, ladies, okay, for a year with your toe lubricant and cleaner, right? This toy here, I warranty for life, okay? How often do we buy a toy and have to continuously, like, it wears out, we have to buy a new one? No, okay? I warranty it for life because it will outlive everyone, okay? The other cool thing about this, too, is that it has, it's like an accelerator, okay? It has so many speeds, you literally cannot count them. Now, it looks like both the clitoral portion as well as the vaginal portion are on right now, right? Okay? It's amazing. The other cool thing about this too, it has really high grade silicone as well. Do you see the bulbous nature of this toy? Well, this is what it looks like in your side of your vagina when you are fully tented. Okay, tenting happens, ladies, when you are actually fully aroused. So that means that, have you ever climbed a board and felt like you have swallowed a penis, right? It's hitting your cervix and you're like, okay, ow, this really hurts. The reason why is because you're not tented, right? So you have the more foreplay and then you actually feel that the cervix has raised higher inside of you and that your inside of vagina has actually expanded as well in order to accept a penis, a toy, etc. Okay. The other nice thing about this too is you see this little neck-like function right here. A lot of times when you pull out a toy, it just pops right out, right? With this, your vagina is going to say, I don't think so. That's not happening. It's going to clamp down and give you 2 more orgasms. Okay. The other really nice thing about this, and yes, I do this at a party. Okay, no shame. This is what it's doing to your G-spot, ladies. Okay. The other thing I want you to go ahead and do is I want you to go ahead and feel like, oh, good one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. So tell them what you're feeling.
It's vibrating.
It's vibrating all the way up my arm. Okay. And the nice thing is that that's how you turn it off. Okay. The other really cool thing about this too is that if you're like, that seems like a lot of power, you can start out here and then move on up, because an orgasm is literally a expansion and growth, you know, like think about an orgasm, really, okay? So I always tell people too about the 30-day orgasm challenge, okay? Anybody heard about a 30-day orgasm challenge? No? That's wrong. The reason why is because, and you can feel this one too, and fall in love. It's amazing. It's also a $189 toy, okay? Yes. Okay, so.
What do we pay for it? Well, at
60%. So you'd be paying 60% for it, which is amazing.
Yeah,
And it's also
it's
on sale, right?
It's on sale,
Yeah,
yes.
It's on the sale page,
You're
right?
paying like $60 right now.
60-21. I already did it.
Oh, wow.
$60 for a $189 toy.
That's a
Like
good
I said,
deal.
Yeah, that's
I've
funny.
sold it without even having it. Just talk about it, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
And when you can have it in stock and hand it to them, they love you for life. So the 30-day orgasm challenge, okay? Imagine, ladies, okay, that you gave yourself an orgasm, okay, once a day for 30 days, okay? Imagine how happy you're going to be. Orgasms release those awesome endorphins that Joe was talking about when you exercise, right? So then imagine after that 30-day period that you stopped giving yourself an orgasm. You purposely did not touch yourself for 5 days. How much of a horrible person do you think that you will react like to the outside world, okay? I tell people that at a party, and then they all look around for the happiest person, and it happened at Cynthia's party. You remember?
What?
When the 30-day orgasm challenge, and everybody looked at Mary, and they were like, no wonder you're such a happy person. And they were like, she is. And she's like, yep, my sex life is fabulous. Isn't she? She's like, and we do use toys. Boom. Everybody at that party bought a toy. Okay? One more thing that I want to do really quickly. This is put a ring on it. Okay? This is the way that I demo it. This is a toy that's also on sale, which is why I'm talking about it. Okay? Everybody go ahead and give me a nice big stretch. Arms in the air, stretch, 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 and drop your arms into your lap. Okay? So, if we weren't allowed to provide ourselves with manual stimulation, we'd be like this, and we'd be little sad T-Rexes. We'd not be able to reach your clitoris, okay? So, the clitoris has 8,000 nerve endings that are only meant for orgasm and pleasure, okay? Thanks, God. And I do that, okay? So, the nice thing about this is that there's some very important sexual health information that you should know about this, okay? When there's oral stimulation, how much is that clitoris singing? It's singing, right? You're like, right? And I do that too. So what happens when a finger is inserted? What happens when a toy is inserted? What happens when, okay? What ends up happening is that the party stops, right? And you're like, clitoris? Where'd you go, right? Yeah, it's gone away. Reason why is the clitoral hood has actually gone up and over the clitoris to protect it. Ain't nobody got time for that. You? Okay? So this little put a ring on it has little ridges on it, right? And it also has silicone on it. And it will pop that little clitoral hood up and over, release it, okay, so you can have it again. And it has 5 different speeds. It's USB charged, and also is really nice silicone on it to reactivate your clitoris. Go ahead and feel this for me.
Is that one coming back?
Yeah, it's being redesigned, remodeled.
Okay.
Okay, it's also completely waterproof. Okay, so what also happens is reach around during doggy style. Okay, the other nice thing about this, you do a really good demo with this, don't you?
Me?
You. Yeah, on all fours, don't you?
No.
No? Okay, Heather Pillow does it. So, really quickly, okay, what usually happens, right, during doggy style is that you're like holding yourself up, right? Nice thing about this is that you can put this on your clitoris and just do this with your butt up in the air, okay, as you are having amazing orgasms. I am a great big proponent of lazy girl sex, okay? So not only are you not going, damn, I wish Scandal was on right now so that I wouldn't have to really worry about this, because I have, like, you're feeling stuff, but your clitoris is kind of shut down, so you're like, there's Scandal, okay, I'm good now, right? So instead of doing that and actually like, connecting with your partner, you can actually be connecting with this as well. This is also great for selfie time. Does anybody have a really long commute? I know a few of you do, right? So, happiest person on the road, okay? Put her in.
Turn rush hour into happy hour.
Exactly. Anybody else have a question? Otherwise, we are good to go.
I do.
Yes.
How do you approach when people want to have guys, like couples?
So we can do an open house party. However, I'm not going to be able to do any real demo, and I can't do like party games either. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set up a table, and it's going to have all my products on it except for toys. Toys are going to be in the ordering room. So couples can actually come in and order together and see everything, but they can't be outside. So people can come in, ask questions about what you have, and then you go in. So you can do that for like however long you want, and then go straight into ordering them. So it's possible, but you can't do an actual party. So if your hostess wants games and fun and things like that, let's have a girls' night instead and have your first party like in that setting so that everybody can be comfortable. The other thing is too, is like Sue over here, making it up, Sue over here may not want to have, Crystal wants to talk all about that anal, right? And ask all kinds of questions, right? But Sue's husband has been asking her to do that forever and is now pissed off at Sue.
Because now looking at me and my anal,
Uh-huh.
the thought of what he can be doing.
So
Yeah, you don't
it's
want
uncomfortable.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My husband actually had the best answer. I think I put it on the page. I
Yeah.
don't know. My husband was like, yeah, because the guy was like, oh, it's just not fair. Like, I want this, I want that. The girl was talking about like, oh yeah, like my husband right here. My husband goes, for one, I love pure romance. For two, I'm not gonna want to sit there and listen to how much worse or better he is than me. Like, I don't want to do that. And he goes, and we're men. We're gonna be having a penis sword fight, and not with our penis, but yours. And after that, she was like, okay, yeah, I don't want my husband there. Because it's true, like, would you want your husband to feel, uncomfortable sitting there with a bunch of men looking at toys? Yeah. It's just one of them things. And of course, with an open house, too, the other thing is, too, because I had a woman tell me, oh, I'll do an open house, no problem. I said, okay, would you want me to? And I'm very rude. I just come off like that. That's just how I am. I look at her and I'm like, well, would you want me to come to your house and just stare at you like you're stupid? Like, that's all I can do. Like, I can't do party.
Taurus.
Like, I can't do
Please don't answer like that.
games. I can't do, it's taken me a year and 2 months to get this way.
She's actually a lot more polite.
I am polite.
She has like some of the best customer service skills.
To a certain extent, I'm polite.
When she has a problem, she messages me and goes, how do I word this nicely?
Yeah, because I told her, I was like, yeah, I made 4 phone calls and I fucked them up. And by the 4th phone call, I hung up.
She couldn't talk. Like
I don't know what it was. I just could not. It was just, and then by the 4th phone call, I hung up. And then she actually called me back an hour later. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, my phone, whatever. I'm like, yeah, it was your phone. Yeah, but like, I'll blame anybody and everybody. Nothing's my fault ever. My husband already knows that. He's never wrong, but he's never right, but he's never wrong. But yeah, that's just how I do it. Like, I will tell them as nicely as possible until they're kind of looking at me like, well, no, I want to do it. And then I'm just like, all right, well, I'll stand there and speak with them. So
you just can't do as much for the party, I feel.
The hostess has to be willing to do more work. than at just a regular party. The hostess can sit back and you do the entertainment. For an actual open house, the hostess has to be the one to keep people up and going. And most of the time they're like, meh, I don't want to do that.
The reason why they have the party is so that they don't have to do that.
Exactly.
Right. It's
It's
less
just to
work
bring all
for
their
them
friends
because they
and
have to be like, let me go and feed you, drinks and let me, feed you food and like, here's the pure romance consultant.
So
Let me get you over
You're
here.
just standing there like, okay, waiting for everyone to come to
You're
the table.
looking cute.
And they have a party. You need to let the hostess know the only way you're gonna get any benefit of having me there is if you let people know, you're coming to a pure romance party. You can bring your partner. We're gonna play games. So my hostess is gonna do her own stuff, nothing to do with me being there, but she's gonna get people like, oh my god, you have to see this sexy spreader that she has, and oh my god, she's walking
She has
around
to sell for
already.
you.
Yeah,
So she can't be a new hostess. She has to be somebody
everyone.
who knows about products. That's the difference.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
you're like eye candy basically, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't really demo. You can't really like do the foreplay experience like I was talking about because you're not allowed to, right? There are men there. So
I have a question.
yes.
Can my hostess show them the sexy spreader?
Yes.
So I don't have to get on the floor. If she decides she wants to show
If
it
she
on
decides
her
she's gonna be
girlfriend-
like, look at this.
yes, and she wants to show them the sexy
Yeah.
spreader.
She has to do all the work.
What's
Yeah.
a sexy spreader?
Oh my god, it's
Oh
the best
my
thing that you should
goodness.
ever have. Do you have one?
Yes.
Can I?
Yes.
You guys, can I demo it? I swear, my parties went from like I was a little uncomfortable and like I love being out and like talking in front of people and being center of attention. But when it came to the sexy spreader, that makes such a difference, and it just adds fun to your party. What happened?
For that ass.
Yeah.
I'm all about that ass. I don't care if you're a man,
Oh, yeah.
you, the dog, or whatever. You have a nice ass, I'm gonna tell you have a nice ass.
Okay, but who's gonna volunteer to do it? Who wants to
I
volunteer?
thought you were gonna do it.
Yeah, but
No,
she needs a willing
I
victim.
want a demo on someone.
Yeah, she's gonna be done.
I thought you were gonna.
Okay, here we go.
This really, 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 if you have one just for your demo, if you're at 60%, buy it. Even if you're not, buy it. It's so worth it. It's ridiculous. The amount of fun it adds.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it is that it's literally lazy girl sex. I'm a big proponent of that.
I swear I'll make it quick. I try to show them as many ways that you can possibly use with it. I think it's right here. Sit right here. All the different ways that they can use it, I try to show them.
Executive, can you warrant it for like, do they have to buy
Yes,
it's DLC too,
yes,
or you won't warrant it, right?
exactly.
Okay.
It's just like any other toy.
I've been meaning
Like, do you really want to buy this very expensive product without
Yeah.
me warranting
because I do the flogger and blindfold demo, and I think
Oh
this
my
would
God,
add to
it's
it.
vision,
terrible.
yes, without getting to your workout.
So you have a chair there, and you'll have your
Exactly.
hands
Same
down. Sometimes it's a chair that they can't move their hands anywhere, so can you move your hands? And you'll show them that they can't move their hands, they can't go anywhere. And it's super comfortable, this velvety part that's on your wrist. It's not uncomfortable like those typical cuffs that you have. So your hands are right there, and I usually go around with the tickle whip, and I'm like, okay. So imagine, you tie your husband down and you have them here. They're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything, and you want to demo some of your new products on them, and they're sitting there, and you're like, oh baby, I just bought this new stuff. Let me show you what it does. And they're sitting there, and they can't move their arms. They can't go nowhere. But you're thinking, no, he's not gonna let me tie him down. Okay, so then I'll make it better for you, ladies. On the floor, please, on your back.
Always make sure to have your hostess just happen to mention, somebody should wear pants. Just so you have,
Do you want me to
At my
take
last
this down?
party, your girl wore a skirt, and she specifically made sure she put shorts underneath it, just because she's been to like 3 other parties, and she had been dying to be tied down and trying it. So, yeah.
It's good.
I hope that's aimed down.
It'll stay in about 30 seconds.
Okay. Twist it here. Come on. You've done this a lot, huh?
Yeah. Good job.
No, not at all. Okay. Here we go. So this is what the sex
You haven't seen the pictures that are flying around.
Oh my god, the amount of pictures that like are on Facebook of me with this thing demoing.
And not only that, it's like me, like.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's not even like a good picture.
I've done lots of thrusting with that product. I have And I always tell people to get, like, I start out nice and sweet, and by the end, I'm, like, swinging from the door swing and having sex with people on the floor. Like,
Okay, ladies, so the sexy spreader is for like that moment that you're really super lazy and you don't feel like holding up your legs, or you want to give him more of a weight to be able to hold it up. He now has something there. You got your legs. He's hands-free. Woo! He doesn't have to worry about that. You have this soft part that's on your neck that's super comfortable and you don't have to worry about it. Go side to side, either way. Okay, we're going to leave this on your legs and just actually feet straight. No, stay on your back. Feet straight. Okay, so that moment when he's like using the bed frame or something, or your foot or your ankle, and he's pushing on your foot or your ankle, don't mind my shoes there, and he's pushing off on the foot or your ankle.
Barefoot by the other party.
Come on, open up here. This isn't really that hard. So you have something now to push off of and leverage for him to push off of, something that's no longer hurting your feet and your ankles, and he's pushing off of here. Now on your stomach,
It also is really nice,
position.
deep position as well.
Same thing for this way. When he's behind you, he now has something to push off of from right here. Now, if you think it can't get any better than that, you haven't seen anything yet, ladies. Let me tell you. So, on all four, please, Joe. Okay, so now we're on a first name basis here. So now that I know her name, you know it's not that awkward anymore. So come on, let's open up here.
So these are all the pictures that I literally have of me at parties.
Whoa,
on
that
Facebook.
really has like my whole. Wow, that's on YouTube. I should have thought that one out a little bit better.
It's an unlisted.
So okay, so when your head is in the pillows, the head down, and you're like, oh my God, is this over yet? Yeah, no. And he's like super lazy. Well, you have this now to get you right back to where you're supposed to be. So you have all down in the pillows. Oh my God, is it over yet? What am I doing? He's no longer grabbing onto you or like digging his hand in somewhere else to get you back. He has handles now and a nice soft strap that's on your belly to pull you right back to where it is that you're supposed to be. And that is the sexy spreader that everyone should have.
It's literally lazy girl sex, easy access, and a lot of times like your head is hitting the headboard. No more.
Yeah, I had to take phones at my last party because everyone was.
I hope you enjoy the show. Bye, ladies. Can you help me get to the other one? This.
I got so excited, she don't even think about it.
Is that bad?